I keep hearing stuff out there, but I think it's just the squirrels or chipmunks throwing the pine cones out of the tree because they're building their stash. I keep hearing this like little thunk. Definitely warmer here. So much warmer. You got to check out this tree. Here we go. Day 3. Bike's loaded. I think we're gonna go for a hike first. That's Sheriff's Reservoir in the distance. Yeah, so that's what the ranger was talking about. Sand Creek Trail, number 1123. The bummer about my paddle is the blade and the shaft are stuck together. You know, I've always had problems with this paddle, so when the blade gets slid on, it gets really jammed. And the bummer is, like, I specifically bought that paddle because it's like a 4-piece paddle, so it breaks down smaller to be able to take it. It's a bummer when it doesn't break down because that's the whole reason I have it. So it's just been sticking off like an extra foot off the end of my bike. Luckily, the blade is red, so... And if somebody's that close to my bike, y'all need to back off. So since, I think I mentioned, this is the Sheriff Reservoir. So since I've been thinking I was going to come out here, I Shot the Sheriff by Bob Marley stuck in my head for like a day and a half now. Yeah, so let's go check out this trail. So this is the handout that the Forest Service office gave me for this hike. It's nice because it even comes with like a color topo map on the back. So the little sheet says that it begins on the east side of the reservoir. And the east side is that way. You can hear Can you hear that? So this trail goes up pretty steep, but short. Oh, stream crossing. Now I wish I had my trekking poles, but I don't. Okay, hopefully it's not slippery. That's gonna be the best bet right there. Wish me luck. Easy peasy. She suggested this trail for Hobbes, and I said it needs to be flat because he's almost 14. That, and the camera is flattening it out. That is a substantial grade. He would not walk up that. And there's been about at least 4 sections like that. I'd be carrying him the whole way. Yeah, that goes up there and then cuts up the mountain there. 0% chance he would walk this. I think I see water through there. This must be the first little lake. Oh, cool. It's cute. Probably almost impossible to tell in the video because the glare, but that water is crystal clear. I can see the bottom all the way out there. So the other lakes look like they're pretty close, so I say, what the hey, we're already here. Let's just go down and scope the others. One interesting thing yesterday, so I put the boat in. Well, inflated it, put it in. And after about 20 minutes, my boat was pretty flat. You can tell because I go to sit up and it creases in the middle. So I was thinking, oh, I haven't used this in a while. It's got a leak. Then I got out of the water, put the boat on shore, was packing up some stuff, turn around, and the boat is totally inflated and taut. And then it dawned on me, the water coming out of that spring was so cold, air temperature so warm. So I should have just taken the boat out, puffed some more air in it, and got back in the water. So if I go in these, pull it out after about 15 minutes and do a couple extra puffs in it, you can see the next lake through the trees. Your second stop on the tour of lakes. Let's keep going though. So I think just up and over that, there might be another lake there, but I want to head to a lake up this way. Let's just go look in the clearing for Crater Lake. See if we can see anything. Oh, wow. This looks like a proper sized lake. So I just passed someone on the trail. He was backpacking. And he said, I am the first person that he's seen out here. So crazy. One more lake to go. I'm gonna go check it out. I don't know, I have a good feeling about this one. Just that clearing. Oh, false alarm, it's a meadow. Is the lake up there? Oh, that's so cool. This looks promising. Real promising. Oh my gosh, I almost fell because the view is so incredible up here. What? So I see humans on the other side of the lake, and the guy that I passed said we, so that must be the rest of his party. It didn't look like anywhere on that side of that whole shoreline was there another good spot to exit. I'm not in like super time crunch, but I got to get back to Hobbes because Brian's got to leave super early tomorrow morning. Probably should have paddled that one, but I'm actually gonna go back to one of the first one. My other hope, which may or may not happen, is that there's still nobody at that first lake. So there were folks at this one. They weren't like hooting and hollering or anything, but nice to just have the whole lake to myself. You know, it's a wild card. I could get back to that first one. There could be 20 people fishing there. Anybody's guess. There it is. I think that's my beach right there. So let's paddle. Looks like I'm paddling a garbage bag, but it's a boat. So because this paddle's all jammed up and this is like locked in, this half of the paddle's on backwards. I need it to be spun like almost 180 degrees. But luckily it's not very windy. I say that as the boat drifts away. And this is relatively shallow throughout and it's not that big. So I'm just gonna have to make do with my paddle blades being mismatched. And just like that, we have liftoff yet again. This is so incredible. Bikes, boats, backpacks, boots. This is like perfection. You know, like the horses went by and one of the guides was like, good luck. I think he thought I was gonna go fishing because this one maybe doesn't have fish. So maybe that's why he was like kind of half laughing, good luck. Or he thought I was gonna drown in this boat because it looks like a garbage bag. I'm not sure. Do you see how clear this water is? That is probably 15, 20 feet deep, and it's so crystal clear. Unreal. Brings me such peace to just be floating on this little lake. Bye, little lake. You are amazing to me. Thank you. So last night, where I camped, there were some people down the road from me, and they stopped by. I want to say Jeremiah and Danny. Was it Danny? I'm so bad with names. If I ever meet you and you tell me your name, 30 seconds later I forget, don't be offended. I'll remember your dog's name, but I won't remember yours. Anyways, they stopped by. I talked for quite a while with them. It was so nice to just chat. Father, son, one lives in Denver, the other lives out this way. They said, yeah, once you get set up, stop by where we're camped and grab a beer and we'll just hang out for a second. I thought to myself, you need to just do it. You know, go socialize, go chat. Because talking to local people, I mean, that's part of the experience. And then once I got all my stuff organized and ready, like 8-ish, and I stopped, and it sounded like they had already given up and gone inside for the night. So I didn't get to chat today, but it's my opportunity yesterday, and my bad. Kind of prefer to be either around a lot of people or nobody. Usually I don't like to be around one other camper. That's just me. But since I had met them and chatted so much with them, I felt safe having just that one duo at the end there. Back to my log crossing. So that ranger had said that this trail is easy, but you know, when I think of easy, I think of a hike Hobbes could do as an old dog, or my dad could do as an old dog. And you know what? If either of them came on this hike, I'd have to carry them. Good news, I still see my motorcycle in the parking lot. Safe and sound. You are here, Dot. I just want to ride out to the lake and back, I think. So when I used to ride dirt bikes, I wouldn't even think twice about going down this. But it's just the riding alone thing. I do have people that know where I am and what loop I'm doing to come find me if I don't come back by dark, but I just want to make sure I don't put anybody else in jeopardy coming to get me unnecessarily. The thing that I have to be careful with on this bike is it doesn't have a lot of power. So if I go down something steep, there's a good chance I cannot come back up it. Like, unless there's a really good approach. It might be okay. And if I took all my luggage off, then, you know, my bike would weigh 50, 60 pounds later, probably, with all that stuff. Probably 50 pounds later with all that stuff I have on there. But this is pretty steep for that little bike. As always, cameras flatten it out, but this is a grade coming here, and then that up there is a grade. I don't know if you can see, my bike is parked right up there. So it's actually this section, which on camera doesn't look very steep, but in reality for that bike, yeah, I mean, if I had my last bike, which was a EXCF, that thing would bomb up this thing. It would just be the rider and it could have problems, but the bike itself, no doubt whatsoever. And the throttle's so snappy, if you lose speed you can snap the throttle. This bike, you lose speed, you are dead in the water. You are never gonna get more speed. I think it's late enough in the day that I'm gonna just ride back, but I'm okay with that because I had such a fun day today, hiking and paddling, and even just the ride to this point has been awesome. That's what fun looks like. Yeah, these bikes just do not have torque. They're great little mules, and they can trot along on the trail, and they're pretty easy to ride, and they're very forgiving on the clutch and shifting. But as far as throttle response and torque goes, they leave a lot to be desired, at least for me. I'm gonna turn around, but I had a fun time, and I still got some more trail riding to do. I get to ride on the way out, so pretty heavy load back there. The Ripple Creek overlook. Kind of just hit me. I stopped at this overlook and got off the bike, and it hit me how exhausted I actually am. Oh, the coolest thing happened. I forgot to tell you. So I was when I got done with the paddle and the hike today, I ended up, of course, back at the parking lot at Sheriff Reservoir. And as I was like packing up all my stuff, lo and behold, my camp neighbors pulled up. They had been out at the reservoir fishing today. And I got to chat with them, and then I also just mentioned how I felt kind of lame not coming over there, because I could tell also this morning when they walked by, they said hi when they were out on their morning walk, but it was kind of like, hi, but I'm gonna leave her alone kind of thing. And I could just tell they thought I didn't want to like engage in conversation or whatever. So when I saw them at the reservoir, then I got to chatting with them, and I was like, oh, I felt so lame for not coming. I should have just done it. And I said I was just tired, and I listened, and I didn't hear anything, and then I just didn't go down to check. Well, and I talked to them for a bit longer, and I wish I were camping another night there. It seemed super cool, and like I said, I like it when you meet local folks and get to engage and talk, because you come up with some really good tips on and secret spots and like cool things to do in the area that you can Google, you can look online, but there's nothing like the local folks. And one of them, the son, he's lived out this way for, I think he said 17 years now. So they know the area really well, and yeah, I kind of missed out, but lesson learned. So next time I'll make the effort, and I'll walk down even when I'm tired or even when I'm intimidated. So, but it was good to chat with them a bit longer there. So they're good peeps. And you know, there's like that little voice where you're like, oh, stranger danger, don't talk to strangers, but you just gotta use your instinct, you know, like your instinct will tell you, like, yeah, stranger, not danger. And that's what it was telling me on them. On that note, I'm moments away from being back at my camper, and figure I'll just do a little outro right now. So anyways, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you if you stuck it all the way through. It was probably a long one, or I might even have had to break it into multiple parts, because it was a busy trip. But I had an absolutely phenomenal time. Hopefully you had a great time coming along with me. I never, ever have claimed to be a good motorcycle ride, like a good dirt biker. I'm not claiming to be an exceptional paddle person, nor hiker. So keep that in mind when you watch it. I just have a blast doing all of them. And that's kind of all that matters. So anyways, I had the time of my life, and I'll see you all in the next one. Go back, take a shower, refresh. I'm feeling good though. I'm feeling good. I had such a great last 48 hours.